Go there. What's up, Rick? Hey, Rick, you want to come up? Hey, everybody. This is Victor from VB Homes of Texas, coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. I have Instagram, I have Facebook, I have YouTube coming to you live. So I'm trying to do some stuff right now. I'm trying to get a better crowd, become a little bit more omnipresent. If everybody knows, whoever's in the 10X community, GrowthCon is on its way. I will be flying out here from Dallas to arrive in Miami on Thursday. So whoever's out there who's about to go to GrowthCon, please let's meet up. I'm staying at the Diplomat myself. Let's go ahead and have some drinks, let's talk some business, and see what I can do to help you succeed in your career. So, hey, Rick, you really want to come up and let me know. Just acknowledge there, unless you need me to. Oh, Rick's gone. Hey, guys, like I said, I'm a real estate investor here in Dallas Fort Worth. I'm doing some moves here. I'm actually I'm moving towards from single family to the commercial side, the multifamily sector. The reason why I'm doing this because I want to go back and work on the affordable housing. That's one of my passions right now. So if anyone out there is known any type of multifamily that they're taking about selling, please let me know. DM me, give me a contact. I do referral fees, marketing fees, or however you want to go back and put it. If I'm able to close on a deal, you will go back and get paid as well. So please DM me. You can reach me at victorb@vbinvestments.com with an S on investments, or you can reach me at 817-823-7162. Like I said, one of my biggest passions now that I have with the market is going so crazy is that helping new families to find a place to live, affordable housing. So anything you're looking at that might be you're willing to sell, if you know somebody who's willing to sell, a tired landlord, someone's about to go back and go into foreclosure, anybody who's about to go into divorce, anybody who has a problem. Now, this is not just for me. If you're looking also in single family, let me know that too. I can also always help you. I can go back and help you with the deal as well. If you're looking to get out of a single family home, I'm here to help as well. So don't just think because I'm looking for affordable housing. That's part of it too. Because if I can go back and help the seller out, then I can also go back and help a new family out. So it's going to be a win-win-win situation. So just keep that in mind, guys. Another thing is GrowthCon. GrowthCon is here. GrowthCon is coming. GrowthCon is around the corner. It starts on Friday, and I am so excited. I am so excited. So if you're going to GrowthCon, if you're going to be in Miami, if you're going to be in Florida, hey, let me know. Connect with me. Let's go back and connect and go from there, guys, because I want to go back and see how I can help you to build your business, and I'm here to go back and help you as well. So hopefully this little setup is working well. This is the first time I actually tried this. I usually go on live with my partner, Josh, and we do this Monday through Friday at 8 o'clock Central Time. Central Time, remember that, guys. Central, Texas. Excuse me. And so usually what we do this to go back and hold an accountability for myself and Josh. And we want to go back and hold each other accountable for 2022. We want to make sure we're on the right path. We're not varying from it. If we do make adjustments, we have to make sure we go back to the same road path, because we do have goals that we have to go back and meet. And one of the things that Josh and I decided to do is go ahead and hold each other accountable for it. And also, not only that, we decided to go ahead and 10X a little bit. We want to go back and allow everybody out there that we're holding each other accountable, which you can hold us accountable to make sure we're trying to go back and do it. And it was a nice moment when I actually brought Joel onto the Instagram page, and no fun Facebook I haven't set up yet, or YouTube. I brought him on stage and we're discussing on what I was doing, my plans for 2022. And I actually mentioned my goals in the beginning of the year. Actually, I think I mentioned my goals back in December, if I'm not mistaken. And he asked me, Um, Actually, it was about 3 weeks ago. He asked me, I was like, so where you're at on your goals? So he called me out, which was great because he's holding me accountable for what I wanted to do for 2022. And I told him we're still working on it. I was still working on my W-2 job. And then as well, I just now put in my 2 weeks ago. So I am now free and clear. I am now doing real estate full time and able to go back and help different families around and help them find their dream home. Not only in the single family sector, but also looking at the multifamily sector. The multifamily sector, I'm able to go back and help more people in one location. And that's what I want to do is help other people, other families, other single families, single fathers, grandparents and everything else. And that's the goal of it. Real people don't understand that real estate is not just about a home, a building. It's about the people. An investor, we're in the real estate business, yeah, but we're in the people business, and people don't really understand that. Is that the people own the property, so we have to go back and make sure we listen and find a why. Once that you find a why, what's up? Once you find a why on the problem, then you can go back and see what the problem is, and then find solutions for that problem. And many times, when I talk to my team members and also my mentorees, is that you do not want to go with one solution. Never go into a deal with just one solution, because once you go back and explain to them, then you have to go back and think on your feet, how to go back and modify that solution. So always go into a deal with three solutions, because you're able to go back and construct a deal three different ways. And it's very important you understand that. Then once you go back and present the first one, they might say maybe. And then you go back and present them a second one, because you want your buyer to be really educated. One of the things that Grant says is like never go down in price. You don't want to go down. You want to go up, because you want to go back and show value on your first one. And then when you go up a level, you're actually adding value, and then able to go back and see what's the difference between in the worth. Because the first deal might not be the right one, but the first solution may not be the right one, but the second solution might actually cover a whole bunch of different aspects of what they're looking for. More of a confirmation that you're really listening to what they're going through and understanding their problem. And once you understand their problem, you're able to go back and get the solution. And then if the first or second one doesn't work, then you have a third one. Then you present the third problem. Then you go back and say, well, out of these three, which one do you like? And then why do you like that particular one? So you can go back and make sure you're confident that you're presenting them with the right information. Because sometimes when it comes into business, especially when you're buying real estate, you want to make sure that the situation is a win-win. And then the only way to go back and make it into a win-win is to make sure the buyer completely understands what you have presented them with. And that you become a better closer. See what else. And again, like I said, guys, GrowthCon's around the corner. I am so excited to see all my 10X family. I have already reached out. I'm trying to go back and become a little bit more omnipresent, because of GrowthCon is right there. Last time I went, I was really omnipresent on it. And then I was so pleased that people were stopping me and introducing themselves to me. It was like you're being a rock star. You were there. They see you. They know you. They listen to your lives, and understanding what kind of announcements, what kind of presence you're giving out, what kind of message Victor does. And it was so heartwarming. And I actually took my 21-year-old daughter to GrowthCon. And that was one of the best investments that I could have done as a father, because she was able to see why dad was listening to Grant Cardone, why dad was over here on the Zoom calls, listening to Jared, to Sherry, to Pete, to Brandon, to Natalie, to Buck. When I was listening, Kat was in there. Kat is no longer with uh, 10x, but she is a 10x member. She is a very focused person. I talked to Enrique. There's so many people there at the 10x that they love to go back and make sure you are served with the right information for you to become successful in your business. And then they show you different skill sets that you're able to go back and improve. One of the biggest thing is what do we call? It's called steel sharpening steel. Your steel, their steel. They can go back and sharpen your skill sets. How to go back and talk. How to go back in marketing. How to go back and picture your sales and hope and show you how to go back and close deals. At the same time, once you get that process set up, then you're able to go back and scale. And it's a great opportunity. If you ever been on the fence of whether or not you should invest the money into Grant Cardone, into the 10x community, into Brandon Dawson, it's worth it. It's worth it. Um, I've now became one of the first members of the Platinum Accelerator, which was life changing. It was not just the information that I went back and learned. It was the network that I was able to grow with. And I was able to go back and be myself with like minded people. Many people say, why do you go back and spend all that money? Well, you can't think that you're spending that type of money and giving it to Grant. You're investing that money into your business and into yourself so you're able to go back and get educated, how to go back and market, how to go back and sell, how to go back and close, and then later on, how to go back and scale. So, is it really a waste of money? No, because you're getting the information that you're able to go ahead and move forward and for the rest of your business career. On top of that, people don't understand that you're also investing in the network that Grant created. And that's the missing piece that a lot of people don't understand. It's like once you go back and get this fixed and get your mindset right, you're able to go back and see different opportunities with different set of eyes. And it becomes such a great time to go back and become a business owner. One of the things I always tell my kids, he had to go back and get a side hustle. The reason why you're able to get a side hustle, you're able to go back and take the advantage of their taxes here in the States. The tax code is meant for small business and business owners, and people don't really understand that a lot. Is that yeah, you can have a house, you get your mortgage, you get your taxes as a deduction. But now, if you go back and look at it, because I do have a home, but with the deductions that I have from the standard deductions, it doesn't make too much of a difference. So what do you do with that? Well, if you have a plan in place, and make sure, guys, that I am not a CPA, I am not a financial advisor. This is what I am doing for me, Victor, and VB Homes and VB Investments. Make sure you do understand that. It's just a disclaimer that we have to go back and say when you go back and become doing some lives. Um, what I've done, I have listened to different mentors. I listened to different experts who actually knows the tax laws, and there's things they're able to go back and do as a business owner, and it has a better advantage than are than just a regular civilian. So this is why I tell my kids to have a side hustle, because you can go back and start taking advantages of some of the perks that most people don't understand. They think it's just because it's for the rich. It's not. It's not for the rich. It's for the business owner, small or big, corporate or next door mom and pop. It doesn't matter. It's there for them to go back and utilize, so you can go back and stimulate the economy as well. So just take that in consideration when you're ready to go back and do a side hustle, and it works. You're able to go back and capture a lot of different tax laws that you're not aware of. Did you know if you get a vehicle that weighs, I believe it's 6,100 pounds, you can go back and deduct 100% of it. I think it was a 170, 179B, 159B. I can't remember the tax code it is. But look, but think about it, guys. They're just one. You're able to go back and write off 100,000. If you wanted if you wanted a Range Rover or a Ford Raptor that weighs that much, then you're able to go back and write off the amount for that vehicle. A Range Rover, it, depending which model you go to, if you get the nice big ones, you're looking to go back and purchase it for $150,000. You know, one of the best stories that I learned from Uncle G was it was the end of the year. I think it was 2020 or maybe 2019. I can't remember which year he said. He was in December, like 2 or 3 weeks before the end of the year for him to close his quarter. He had to go back, and the accountant said, "Hey, you have to pay $25 million." Well, if you know anything about Uncle G, he don't like to pay, the IRS because that's his money that he worked for, and he doesn't want to just give it away. And he asked him, "What can I do? Can I do it in marketing?" Well, you don't have enough time to spend $25 million in marketing. Well, if you know Uncle G, if there's a will, there's a way. What can I buy? What can I do? How can I invest it or something like that? So what he planned to do, he picked up the phone, he called Gulfstream and told them, "Hey, I would like to buy a jet." They said, "You and everybody else, so you have to wait in line." I was like, "No, no, no, no. I need to buy a jet this now." Well, they didn't take him serious because they didn't know who Grant Cardone was. Grant looked over to his assistant, say, "Here's the information. You tell me who you need to wire it." Okay, hold on. They wired a deposit for a Gulfstream, 500 or 550. I can't remember. I don't own a plane yet. But it's amazing that you have to go back and think outside the box. You cannot go back and think and have the same mindset as you had before to become a business owner. You have to look at things totally different. And the best way to do that, one is a mentor. You have to have a mentor to go back and become successful because by having a mentor, a mentor who has been proven, and you have to go back and just not pick them. You have to go back, and it's not a give relationship. I mean, I'm sorry. It's not a take relationship. It's a give and take relationship because you want someone that you want to get information from. At the same time, you want to go back and help them to build their business. And I think there's a lot of people who doesn't realize that when you have a mentorship, it's not just you taking, but it's also you giving because you want your mentor to be successful too. Because they're taking their time to go back and listen to you, see what you're doing and then how to improve your process. And a lot of people don't understand that it's the business that you're in is a process. Once you get your process set, you're able to become and go towards scaling your business. So get a mentor. Two, be in the right room, guys. Go to networks, go to meetups, go back and become omnipresent with different people. For me, since I'm in the real estate sector, I go to meetups that talks about single family. I go to meetups to talk about multifamily. I go to meetups to talk about commercial. I go to meetups that talks about storage. I go to meetups that talks about mobile manufacturing home communities because you want to go back and be around what you're doing. Now, since it's so many different sectors that I go back, I found the one that I really like. One I like is multifamily, mobile homes, and boat and RV storage. Those are the three that I like. Commercial and also single family, I'll do them if the deal's good. If not, I'm gonna flip the deal. If I'm able to capture the deal and get some numbers and make it enticing for a flip of the contract, why wouldn't I not want to do that? Why not make 5, 10, 20, 30, $50,000 on the flip of a contract of paperwork? And you're able to do that, guys. And there's been times that there was so much meat on the bone. There has been times that I've talked to other investors and they flip a contract and make $125,000 just by moving from one to another. And they're the middleman. It's about who you know. It's about what you know, and it's how you go back and apply it. How creative are you? It's funny we go back and discuss flipping a contract, right? I have a friend. He's a real estate agent investor. Really good. Met him. I met him. We became friends. I helped him in the situation. I helped him when he needed to go back. Hey, Sandra. I helped him when he was in a situation that he was about to close on a deal. He got the paperwork, got the cashier's check, and then found out when he was at the closing table that the information was wrong. Can you imagine having that cashier's check and you have to go back and get another one? So he ran right away to the bank and get another cashier's check so he can close. Well, they came a situation that they ran into a problem with the cashier's check for him to go back and deposit it. And it was on, I believe it was on a Thursday. Uh, and they were going to give him 24 hours for it to go back and hit his deposit. And he didn't make sense. So he fought, talked to the manager, and there's nothing they could have done. So what he did, he was in his truck trying to contemplate how to get the money. Well, I called him just to follow up. And and listen to this, guys, follow up. Following up is such a key in your business. And this is the reason why. When you follow up with a client, you're able to go back and see where they're at in their business. Well, I found my friend in a situation that he needed some help. And so we started talking. It's like, okay, how can I help you? And if you can, if you can, you shall. Because if you know how to go back, you should go back and help everybody you can possibly help, right? So he told me the story and everything else, and so I helped him in the situation. I actually floated him the money. It was a good chunk of money, but I felt that he needed some help, and I was like, if I do this, when will I get my money? He said, the very first thing in the morning. Okay. And we did a transaction. Got some paper on it and everything else. Even though it's only less than 24 hours, we still have to paper it up. We papered it up and went back, gave him the money, sent it to his account. He's able to go back and get his new cashier's checks for the right amount with the right information on the cashier's check. He was able to close that day. And then the very next day, he texted me, hey, thank you, Victor. I appreciate it. You helped me out. The very next morning, about 9:45, I got a notification that he made the deposit. Now, why did I do that? And many people would say, why would you do that? Well, because it was also a way to create a great relationship. You're able to go back and help a person in need. He had a problem. I found out his why and I gave him a solution. And once you've done that and you're able to go back and help him in the position that he was in, now when he sees me, he goes back and recollects what I did for him. So now we became partners. We're actually partners on going into a deal. And this is why it's really important for everybody to understand that you don't know when you're able to create a long lasting relationship. And just like that, he came to me with 2 or 3, 4 deals. I think this is our third deal that we're looking at to go together with. A plot of land, 3/4 of an acre, and the possibilities were endless. So we're looking at that. So guys, Just be aware what you're able to do, what you're able to accomplish, and how you can help other people. By helping others, it will come tenfold to you. And that's what we want in life. Following up with the people around you in your circle, in your inner circle, you're able to go back and make a difference. And, we talk about friends, right? There's a gentleman that I'm following now. His name is Chris Root. He's a investor, a real estate investor, and he's in Lafayette, Louisiana. Well, he has his own little niche, right? His little niche, however you want to pronounce it. I'm from Texas, and he does mobile homes. And I've always liked the concept of affordable housing. That's one of my favorite ones because it's you have a larger demographic. So once I followed him and understood what he was doing, I got his book. I started reading it, and the concepts are simple, so simple. And that's one thing I think we do is we go back and over analyze, over complicate a simple project, a simple process. And so I've been listening to him, following him, Instagram, Facebook, text, message him. He messages back, so he is really engaged with his social media. And he actually got interviewed by Grant Cardone, and I watched it, and it was a great episode. Go through and go look and type in Grant Cardone and Chris Rood, Rood. And it was a interesting concept on how he discussed getting a contract. It's not just by getting it, knowing the why and just flipping. He uses this term controlling the contract, and that was gold. You're controlling the paper. You're controlling the possibility who you're going with. And then he go back. You need to get his book. Follow him, Chris Rood. He has a book. He wrote a book, and it's a really good book. He talks about the do's and don'ts in wholesaling, how to go back and do business. If you're in real estate, it will be a great book. It's very powerful. Some great pointers, great golden nuggets in it. Follow Chris Rood. He's on Instagram and Facebook. He has his own YouTube. This is the reason why I'm doing YouTube too. I want to create content, but it gives you ideas on other people's methods, other people's processes, and other people's mindset. And that's what I love by learning from different people. Another set of a source that I go through is Bigger Pockets, biggerpockets.com. Great information, great variety of experts, specialists, novelists, beginners, their do's and don'ts. It's amazing that you're able to go back and listen how they became successful, because whenever you go back and work on something, you're not the expert. And if you're afraid to try something, you're never going to be an expert. What's up, Eddie? Everybody, y'all need to follow Eddie Palomino the third. He is a sign maker. This is his work behind me, guys. Eddie Palomino. Okay, he's on CNC Innovations. If you're looking to go back and make logos or make any type of signs, please DM me. I'll go back and do the introduction with Eddie. He does some great work. You can see behind me how good his work is. So just be aware of that. What was I? Oh yeah, concepts. Great mindset. So I actually bought his heart. If you go to his website, you get a free copy of his ebook. You get an ebook. But I actually bought a paperback book because you know why? Check this out. Do you know why I did this? Because he will be at GrowthCon. I text him and he told me he will be at GrowthCon. So I took the opportunity of spending, I think it was $15, $20, something like that. I can't remember. on a book that he wrote and is published. So I'm going to take that book, I'm going to have him sign it, and I'm going to enjoy the conversation that I'm going to have with him. I consider him one of my mentors. And here's the thing, guys, you don't just have one mentor. You never have just one mentor. I have like 10 mentors. I'm part of so many different groups that you're able to go back and start learning from other people. I'm part of the big dogs. I'm part of the 10X. I'm part of a real estate RIA that does apartment buildings, a real estate RIA that does mobile homes, a real estate RIA that does storage units, a real estate RIA that does commercial. And you get to meet all these different people. I have another mentor. He's showing me how to build a fund for me to go back and help other investors invest their money in me, and me trying to go back and build to capture a piece of real estate so they're able to capture cash flow. And that's what we all want to do. We want to be a passive investor. I'm the active investor who's looking for the deals and trying to get the deals done and make it stabilized so my investors can go back and get a good cash flow. I'm doing all the work. They're giving me the money, giving me the opportunity to do what I want to do. Why not? It's the same thing as small business like Eddie. Eddie has his own investors. They're called clients. They call him and tell him, hey, I need some signs made. What can you do for me? It's like, well, what do you want? Send me a drawing, or I can go back and do a rendering. And this is his design. I told him what I wanted. I said, Eddie, it's going to be called VB Homes of Texas and VB Investments of Texas. And I want the state of Texas on there. Figure it out. And he made, like, if I'm not mistaken, Eddie, I think you made like 7 different renderings. These 2 made the cut. I love them. Beautiful. Painted. It's not vinyl, guys. This is painted. And it's gorgeous. And I do appreciate it, Eddie. Thank you very much. See what else. But anyway, guys, the reason why I bought the book, I want Chris Rude to go back and sign it. I'm going to shake his hand. I'm going to pick his brain. I'm going to go back and keep on following. I'm going to promote him because he's helping me to go back and change this to find better deals, how to go back and get a better way to do it. Because it's a different niche. It's different mindsets, different people, different ideas, different whys. And then you have to go back and take it down. Why not take it down with a man who's making $22 million and invested $22 million in cash flowing? He is a teacher. He is a student. And he is something else. Chris, if you're listening, I hope you are. Thank you very much. I hope you are listening. That'd be awesome. So, whoever's going to GrowthCon, please connect with me, DM me. Let's talk. Let's see how I can help you. Thank you, everybody. Victor here from VB Homes of Texas and VB Investment of Texas is coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Give me a call, DM me, 817-823-7162. Have a great night. See you in Florida. Bye.